And we say good morning to you. Broadcasting live at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday. It's Football Friday. Big Orange last night got themselves a big one. Hendon Hooker and the boys, 59-10, thumping the Ball State. Kind of called that one, didn't we? But the Tennessee Volunteers are 1-0 heading to Pittsburgh next Saturday, which will be a tough ball game. They beat West Virginia last night in a shootout, 38-31. So the Panthers are waiting for the Big Orange, and so we'll see how that rolls next Saturday. But last night we enjoyed the victory. East Tennessee State gets a big win over Mars Hill. You had Penn State coming from behind to beat Purdue. Oklahoma State had no problem in the top 25. Wake Forest had no problem. Hello, Debbie Lyon. I got a chance to meet little Debbie Lyon. That's Lena's grandmother, Lightning's grandmama from Cyclone basketball. She's shopping up here. I saw Miss Feathers from the jeweler's bench. She's up here shopping. It's like a who's who in Piney Flats, Food City. So we're here. We got lots to talk about. Andy LaRosso, the singing chef's going to join us. He's got some short meals in Food City now, and so he's going to join us by phone coming up at the bottom of the hour. Also going to be joined by Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Big prediction night tonight. None bigger in our ball game. The Cyclones in Greenville, the 80th meeting will hit the airwaves at 7 o'clock tonight with that one. Can't wait. And then we, of course, will be joined by Mike Lunsford, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, and Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter. The playoffs start this weekend in Darlington, so a lot going on in this first weekend in September. Let's hit it with the national anthem. Then Terry's here, our store manager. Let's get him on and get him rolling. He's got a store to run. He's got a good sale paper this weekend, so he can't be here long. He's got to kind of take care of the hen house, as they say. And so let's get to this national anthem of the Kingdom Heirs out of Dollywood and roll right into our buddy Terry Templeton. Think the world of this man. Brand new store. Man, this place is nice. This is really, really nice. They got a Starbucks here, and this place is spiffy, I guess is how you'd say it. It's been a long time coming, but it is well worth the wait. It is very nice in here. We'll let him tell you all about it right after this from the Kingdom Heirs on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by, our buddy Terry Templeton. Man, this place looks nice. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. Long time coming, wasn't it?
Wonderful job getting it remodeled and expanded. It looks really good.
Yeah, it was a
Once you
long.
walk through the doors, it looks like a brand new store.
It does. It really does. Got a brand new Starbucks. Going bananas on the Starbucks. Doing very good here. And then also, we're going to talk about School Bucks here in a little while. School Bucks has started. And it's, $700,000 we've earmarked for School Bucks again this year. It's
Yes,
incredible. Incredible. And here's the cool thing. And you know this from passing out checks. When Food City hands out one of these checks next spring or summer, whenever you do your check distribution, the schools can use for anything. You don't go in and say PE only or science only. I mean, they can buy anything from copy paper to kickballs, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So we'll talk about School Bucks, how it's a win-win for everybody. We say this every time we talk about it. The store gets the foot traffic. We save as shoppers at Food City, value every day, and then on top of that, the schools make money. And these schools need the money. You know that. If you have a kid or a grandkid in a school, everybody's got their hand out looking for money, and it's just the way it is. It's a sign of the times. So Food City makes it very easy on school bucks. Well, go ahead and talk about it. I mean, you just go on the web, and it's pretty simple, isn't it?
It's simple. All you do is go online to foodcity.com and open up your account and register the school that you want to send your school books to. You can send it to 2 or 3 schools. You can send it to a school in another city. As long as they're in Food City's operating areas, you can sign up for any school that you want to. Any school that participates.
Yeah.
You make sure that they get it. So if you live here and you have grandkids that are in Knoxville, you can sign up to give it to your school bucks to their school.
So the schools you cover, I'm going to say Sullivan East, Mary Hughes. I'm going to leave some out. What other schools? Bluff City.
Tennessee High, Science Hill.
Really?
Yeah, we get some from all of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So again, School Bucks, go to foodcity.com and just backslash School Bucks or click on School Bucks, and it's right there. It's easy to do. You want to get on now. And as he said, we're up to 140 stores, is that right? 139, 140?
Yes.
So anywhere you shop, you swipe that Food City Value Card, it'll give points back to the school you choose. So if you're in Kentucky, or if you're in Belfry, Kentucky, where I've shopped, or if you are, pick someplace, Pigeon Forge, if you're in Elizabethton, if you're wherever you are, if you're in Piney Flats, it'll work, folks. Can't beat it. Smart thing. And again, Food City cares about the young people. It's their future. And to give them a leg up and give the schools money to help the kids be successful, everybody wins.
Just another way we give back to the communities that we operate in.
Tennessee football last night. What'd you think? Did you get a chance to watch some of it?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I was here through most of the first half, which is most of the scoring, but I watched a little bit of the second half. They look pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of highlights, and they look pretty sharp.
Yeah, they did.
Of course, it wasn't a real test. I mean,
no.
Boston. Like ETSU, I don't think it was a real test.
No.
They got to see what they were doing in front of fans last night.
Yeah.
Get that feeling.
And everybody's excited because everybody, Tennessee and the Bucks are 1-0. And that's what we want, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. All right, let's take a look again. We got this great sale paper going on. We're going to be talking some Braves baseball coming up. The Braves, last night he set a franchise record, 16 strikeouts. We'll talk about that. The Braves are still in the knocking door of the Mets going into the weekend. The Yankees are still in a tailspin. We'll talk about that. College football, we got a big night of college football, big night of high school football. Lots going on. But first, Terry says, can I step in for a minute and talk about the sale? And it's a Labor Day weekend. Absolutely. Take it away, sir.
Before they start watching all that football, they need to come in and take advantage of some of these really good deals that we've got this weekend. Probably the best one, in my opinion, is our Labor Day meal deal. It's a deal where you come in and you buy a four-pack of our gourmet burgers, and that's any of them, beef and cheddar, black and blue, Vidalia onion, anything else you want to choose from in our gourmet burger line. You buy a 4-pack of those. You get a 8-count pack of Kern's hamburger buns. You get a 7.75 to 8 ounce bag of Terry's chips, the best chips in the world.
They are.
They're good. And a 2-liter Pepsi product, and you get all of that for $9.99. And normally just the burgers alone would be over $9.
Wow.
Just for the burgers alone. So you're basically buying the burgers and getting everything else free.
That's a great way to look at it.
Outstanding deal. If you're having a cookout or just a family evening meal, it's a fantastic deal.
Cyclone football tonight, folks. 7 o'clock airtime. It's audio only. Let me show you what you're going to see tonight, because everybody's going to say, where's the video? There is no video. They won't let us do it tonight. Here's what you're going to see throughout the broadcast. There it is, Elizabeth and Greenville, Facebook, and now on YouTube. That's what we got tonight. We'll go on air the broadcast at 7 o'clock. It'll be Richard Van Huss, Cassidy Fowler, and yours truly bringing it to you. So there you go. I'm jacked up. I'm ready. I'm telling you. I asked Coach Wynn yesterday, I said, can you play? Can you put me in? He said, you'd kill somebody. I said, yeah, I would. I may be good for 1 or 2 plays, but I'd kill somebody. I'd put the hurting on somebody.
I'd like to see you and Derek both get in there. You both
Derek
get
Davis.
fired up about Cyclone football.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. So anyway, got some great specials. Take it away, sir. What else going on?
Other than the meal deal that we've got going on, we've got a Clip and Save 2-day coupon event this weekend for Labor Day weekend. Got one of the best prices of the year on watermelons. Got them for $2.99.
Whoa.
With the coupon. And you don't have to have the coupon. They will...
Look right here. Miss Feathers from Jeweler's Bench. bought me a water and a Snickers. You're so sweet. She sold me that ring, didn't you? You sold me the ring, didn't you? Yes. Actually sold me 2 rings, but one's still there. You sold me the ring, yes. Mrs. Feathers from the. Yep. Have a safe trip to see your granddaughter.
I will.
Sorry about that, sir.
Oh, you're fine. We've got seedless watermelons, $2.99 each. That's an outstanding price on that. And it's it's coming to the end of watermelon season, so why not get one for that price and enjoy it while they're here? We've also got boneless whole pork loins for $1.49 a pound. We got 3-pound bags of mandarin oranges for $2.99. We got a 48-ounce package of King Cotton bacon, and everybody loves bacon, for $9.99. We've got Pepsi 24-pack 12-ounce cans for $6.99. That's the best price I've seen on those in a while, so need to take advantage of those. We've got buy 10, you save more on Powerade products, 28-ounce. Get those for 69 cents when you buy 10. We've got Craven ice cream novelties, $2.49 each for the 12 count. We've got the Bush's baked or grilling beans, $1.99 a can. It's an outstanding price on those. We've got the Lipton tea, 12-pack, 16.9-ounce bottles for $4.99. A bunch of varieties there. We've got the Kraft cheese, either the chunk or shredded cheese, 7 to 8 ounce, $2.49. That's an excellent deal there. We've got Hostess snack cakes,
Twinkies.
Several different varieties, Twinkies and other varieties for $2.49.
It just sounds funny when 2 grown men say Twinkies. It just sounds goofy,
Yeah.
but it's a great product. Do you like Twinkies? I love them.
I like Twinkies.
Oh yeah. Maxwell House Coffee's on sale too.
Coffee,
Don't
24 to 30 ounce, $8.99.
Yeah.
And we've got something that's very good, the strawberry shortcakes in our bakery deli for $5.99. If you haven't tried one of those, you need to, because they're delicious.
And they're made right fresh in the bakery.
Right here and made fresh every day.
Now, we say this every time we do a show every week, but the sale price numbers he's given you are good at all stores, not just here. So it's across the chain. So this is a chain-wide sale every week. So some folks have said, well, that's just good at, in this case, Piney Flats. No, it's not. It's good at all the stores.
All the stores.
Yep. All right. What else?
Company-wide. We've got Oscar Mayer wieners, meat wieners, $2.49. We've got Hormel chili with beans, 99 cents a can. We've got Entenmann's Little Bites, little muffins and brownies, $2.69. We've got Food Club vegetables, 79 cents a can. A limit of 12 on those. We've got Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, 20 to 24 ounce for $3.49. That's an excellent deal.
It is an excellent deal, yes.
We've got Mount Olive pickle spears, 24 ounce, $2.49. We've got Viva paper towels, 6 roll, $6.49, or Cottonelle bath tissue, 6 mega rolls for $6.49. We've got Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, $7.99. And in our regular ad that goes from Wednesday morning to Tuesday night next week, we've got some of our outside fall product in. We've got mums in now, and they are beautiful.
The mums
They're
are
just
here.
getting ready to bloom wide open, and they're right now they're 2 for $10. That's good through next Tuesday night. We've also got ribeye steaks, certified Angus beef ribeye steaks, value pack on sale for $9.99 a pound. That's an outstanding price for that. Got ground chuck also in our meat department for $3.99 a pound, 3 pounds or more. We've got Coke products, 6-pack half liters, 4 for $12. We've got Tostitos, Lay's or Tostitos dips or salsa, 4.75 to 8 ounce, $1.99. We've got buy one get one free. We've got Food City hamburger and hot dog buns. We've got selected varieties of Food Club ice cream cups, Kern's pies, Mayfield premium novelties, and Mayfield ice cream buy one get one free.
Just in time for Labor Day weekend.
Just in time for the weekend, that's
Yeah.
right. You got select varieties salad dressing or Kraft mayo, buy one get one free.
Give me 2 more.
We've got Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauces, or all their gourmet sauces, buy one get one free. And we've got Kingsford original or matchlight charcoal, buy one get one free.
We got the singing chef going to join us coming up here in just a minute, Andy LaRusso. Again, he's with Food City and those, call them short meals, isn't it? What you call them?
Yes.
The short meals?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got some more coming out that he's going to join us live from California and talk about that. Before I let you go, talk about the Beatles, Ticket to Ride. Get your ticket to ride and save on fuel. Now, everybody's trying to save on fuel. As soon as I saw that, I started humming at the gas pump up here the other day. I stopped and got gas, saw the thing. I started thinking, she's got a ticket to ride. So I'm a simple country dude, I'm telling you. So
There you go.
get your ticket to ride and save on fuel at Food City. Tell us how that works.
We've got 2 different categories you can buy, and what you have to do is buy $30 in selected breakfast items and get a coupon for $10 off fuel. You have to buy $20 worth of fuel to cash it in at our gas and go. Or you can buy $50 worth of certified Angus beef products, which we've got the ribeyes and the chuck on sale, and you get $10 off fuel at our gas and go when you purchase $20 worth of fuel. But all you got to do is come in and buy that amount. When you go through the register, it prints out on your receipt, on the receipt paper. They hand it to you, and you cash it in when you purchase your fuel.
That's at all Food Cities, gas and goes?
Yes.
Yeah.
All Food Cities and all gas and goes.
And it's through the 13th of September, so it's
Yes,
it's time sensitive, but it'll be over next week. What's today? Today's the 2nd. So you got about 11 days to do this, but Ticket to Ride, save on fuel, all Food City gas and goes.
Yes,
so,
sir.
tell you what, this store is beautiful. I mean, it really, I know it took a long time to get it whipped into shape because there was a lot of construction for a long period of time, but man, it was worth the wait. It's gorgeous.
It was a long process with a lot of delays, and we're still not 100% finished, but we're just a couple of cases that are on delay away from being touched up. For the most part, anybody that came in and looked at it would never know that we're not finished.
No.
It's been a pleasure getting it up and running since we got through the remodeling and changing, and it's good seeing all of our customers. I think we had some customers that might have gone to another Food City and shopped for a while, but I think 95% of them are back and enjoying what we've done. So
I would think so. It's beautiful in here. Terry Templeton, the store manager, good job as always. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Again, we've got the singing chef Andy with Food City coming up next. Also, we got Doug Fritz talking high school football. We got the Braves, college football, lots going on. Don't go away. A lot of sports coming. Right back after this, we're live at Food City in Piney Flats on show number. What is today's show, by the way? I forgot what it was. It is show number 1,694. We're not that far away from number 1,700. We love it. Right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
All right. We ready for story time? Yes, Warren?
Mrs. Turner, for your last day, we would like to tell the story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in this town, a little girl named Meredith Turner was born. And she grew up right here.
She went to this very school and graduated right here. She went away for a short time to learn to be a teacher.
But she came back to teach right here.
She got married and raised a family right here. Our moms and dads had you as their teacher right here.
And we do too. So right here, we'd all like to say,
We love you, Mrs. Turner!
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. He's there. I think he's in California, if I'm not mistaken. Good morning, I would think.
Actually, hey, good to hear you. I'm in Naples, Florida, but when I asked Siri on my iPhone, I said, Siri, what's the weather in Santa Barbara, California? And then I corrected myself, because I've been there since 1977, but now I'm here. He's in lovely Naples, Florida.
So he's in Naples, Florida, which ain't too bad either for Labor Day weekend. It's Andy, the singing chef, who has a great partnership with Food City. And let's talk about the short meals. We had you on a couple of months ago. You got some brand new news, pretty exciting news. Tell us about it, would you please?
Well, I love it, because I think last time you shared, you bought the meals for your mom, for your wife and yourself, I believe, and then you added a salad, and it was so wonderful. The key is a lot of people don't have much time anymore, especially two income working families, the husband, wife, whatever, the partner working, and you come home and the kids are hungry, and what am I going to cook? What am I going to cook? Food City, I'll tell you, they've been wonderful. They put together 2 meals. They're calling them the special edition Food City meals, the heat and eat meals. People can come home and they can, grab a couple of these meals, put one either into the did we disconnect?
No, I'm good. Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
On the microwave.
Yeah, they put it in the microwave in 15 minutes, or even the oven, and then they can make a little salad and have some beverage with it. And I'll tell you what, I'm really very happy. And Steve Smith and his lovely wife Debbie have been big supporters of my sauces as well, and they're very inexpensive too.
Yep. So give us examples of some of those sauces. That way, we're heading to Labor Day weekend. Let's get some folks into Food City and buying some of those. Tease us on some of the sauces, would you please?
Well, the vodka cream, I don't know why, but it seems that the big seller down there in most of the Food City stores, my vodka cream sauce, even though, people say, oh, there's vodka in it. No, it burns off in the cooking process, but it's so creamy. It has the fresh tomatoes in it, all natural ingredients, and that's used also with the shrimp. And the penne pasta, some people call it a penne vodka sauce, but my sauce is really, really wonderfully creamy, and it has tomatoes in it, little roasted garlic in it. And Food City has paired that, David Haff and his team had paired that with the shrimp and the penne pasta. And the other one, the tomato basil, which is so rich. It's a little bit bold, but it has a fresh chunks of tomato in it and garlic and lots of basil. They paired that with a gnocchi, which is like a potato dumpling. And they put that with vegetables for people who want to, not eat meat or whatever, vegetable diet. And tomato basil goes with that very, very well. And I believe right now they're in all 130 stores. They're still rolling them out. What store did you get yours in? I forgot.
Piney Flats. I got mine where I'm at right here in Piney Flats. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I know they're in the big Abington store, and they're in most of the stores. But if they're not, go to the managers. Hey, we want the singing. But the fun thing about it, as you probably know, you can scan it on the QR code. You can hear me sing, because that's what it's all about.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to hit the QR code right now before you take off. Would you sing a bit for us for Labor Day weekend? Again, going into the weekend?
Yeah.
Croon a little bit, would you please?
You betcha. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's the morning. Yeah. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, and there's never too much vino, right? That's the morning.
That's good stuff. The Singing Chef, always a pleasure. What do you want to leave us with, my friend?
Well, just get out there, have a great time, be with the family. You know, there's nobody's promising tickets to tomorrow. Get those loved ones close by you, and just stay with them. Tell them you love them, feed them, sing to them. Just be with them this weekend and have a great time. We deserve it.
You got it. And shop Food City and shop and the Singing Chef Andy. Shop and get his sauces and get those new short meals. Good deal. Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend. We'll talk soon. All right.
You too.
Let's get you back on before the holidays. All right.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Have a great weekend. The Singing Chef in Naples, Florida, Andy. I like that. That's good stuff. He was started singing it. I'm thinking of the Godfather movie. They sang it at the party at the Godfather Connie's wedding. Guess who it was? I don't know what the words are. It sounded good. All right, quick break. You see the man sitting right here. Did you go to the Buck game last night? Didn't go. They beat the Marsville Lions like a drum. We'll talk about that. Huh? We streamed. Well, we streamed it last night. How'd that go for you? Go good? Yeah. All right. Jeremy Livesey, Lone Depot. He moves a lot. Yes. He beat a Big Daddy Rabbit. We'll talk to him right after this break. Then Doug Fritz. He'll join us as well. We're live here at Food City in Piney Flats. Top of the hour, Mike Hedrick talking NASCAR. Later on, Mike Lunsford, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, will join us later on. And we'll go down to all the games with Doug Fritz on a Friday night get-together right after this time out. We're live again at Food City in Piney Flats on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Did you know we can quickly and conveniently deliver Mary Kay products directly to you? We offer easy-to-do home and office delivery. Avoid standing in a line for your skincare products when Mary Kay can ship them right to your door through the customer delivery service. Find out today how we can ship the hundreds of quality Mary Kay products right to your door. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There it is tonight. We'll be on YouTube and also on Facebook. And again, here's what you're going to see tonight. Audio only in Greenville. No video tonight. So there's your screen. You'll see the entire broadcast. Just want to let you know that's what's going on. They have said again, no streaming. So don't agree with that. But when you're in Rome, you do as what? You do as the Romans do. So
no streaming video.
No streaming. We're going to be audio only. So there you go. Won't you just grab that? It's kind of loud in there. Just pop it off the handle. There you go. Morning, right? Yeah, good morning, sir. How you doing?
You want me to sing?
I do. What's the name of that song, do you know? That's it. When the moon hits, what's the rest of it? Huh?
That's Amore.
That's what he's singing.
Yeah.
When the moon hits your face, what was it?
When your moon hits your eyes.
Hit your eyes.
Like a giant pizza pie.
That's what it is. That's what he said. Here, put that up where we can hear you sing that a little bit.
I'm not singing it.
When the moon hits your face like
No, not a face. It's your eyes.
Oh, when your moon hits your eyes like a custard chocolate,
pie.
like a pizza pie. What did it say? When the moon hits your eyes like a pizza pie. It's
giant pizza pie, that's Amore.
That's Amore. I don't know.
That is...
I listened to Alan Jackson. I was listening to George Jones coming up here.
I don't know what that was on.
Yeah.
I don't know who actually sings it. It might be like a Mel Torme song or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
really
a
sure.
Torture, one of the Torch singers. So
I can't.
When the moon hits your eyes. What's the rest of it? What?
Okay. I'm going to look it up.
Oh, when the moon hits your eyes, via Morrow or something like that. All right, while he's doing that, let me talk about the Braves real quick, and we'll get into why he's here at Lone Depot.
Dean Martin actually sang it.
Dean Martin. All right. Via Morrow, hee-ha-hee-ha, hee-ha, hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I have no clue what we're talking about. This is a total wing job. All right. Let's take a look at what happened last night yesterday Major League Baseball. How about the Bravos?
Looking good.
Oh, my man, franchise record, 16 Ks. Spencer Strider, 16 strikeouts.
Good, yeah, he's young too.
Yeah. Braves record. Broke John Smoltz's record of 15.
Yep.
Pretty strong. Braves
he's
down to
still throwing 100 miles an hour in the seventh inning.
Yeah.
That's pretty good stuff.
Still bringing the smoke. That ain't bad,
he's
is
like
it?
that tall. I mean, he's just
He's not very big.
He's just a little guy.
Little feller. Doesn't apparently matter.
I don't know how he does it. It's impressive to watch.
Yep. Well, the Braves, that's not even your ace. Your ace is Freed or Charlie Morton or maybe Odorizzi. Those are the guys. But
probably Max Fried is probably the.
Or Kyle Wright.
And Kyle Wright looked good the other night.
Yeah.
And Odorizzi, I'm not sure. He looked pretty rough the first couple of starts. I think he was just getting his feet wet. But at least Charlie Morgan, he's consistent.
Pitching tonight.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton being on the mound against the Colorado Rockies tonight.
No, they play the Marlins tonight.
I'm sorry, the Marlins. Marlins, you're right. Charlie Morton, the Marlins. 7:20 first pitch. Colorado's in Cincinnati, the other regional team. So the Marlins are in town.
Yeah, it should be a...
Whipping?
No, Marlins play them good.
Oh.
But the Mets, who are the Mets playing? They were playing the Dodgers.
Mets will have the Washington Nationals in town.
Oh, see, now the Braves have to win like every game this weekend because the Nationals are horrible.
Yeah.
And after they got rid of Soto, they pretty much lost their team.
Yeah.
So
it's got to be demoralizing. And then when the Brewers lose, they ship Hader off to the Padres, the relief guy.
15 games
and they're terrible. And the Brewers fans, man, they are hot.
Well,
they are boycotting the games to make a point from attendance, but
that's not going to help because if you don't have attendance, you don't have money to pay players.
You can't pay the bills.
So
yeah,
that's the Braves have. They've done well as far as ticket sales and stuff. I think they're closing on like close to $3 million for this year.
Attendance?
Yeah, that pays a lot of bills.
Oh yeah.
At $40, $50 a ticket.
Let me say hello to my boys out there working today. Michael and Carl and Mike and Poppy and Javi and oh boy, Raspy. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. They're out there working up in Boone, I think is where they're working. They're working building houses and doing sheetrock, and they got us on the boombox every day. Thank you. We're now on YouTube, and we're now, of course, been on Facebook. 7 o'clock airtime tonight, Cyclones 80th meeting. Woo, doggies, can't wait.
Who are they playing tonight?
They have the Greenville Green Devils at Burley Stadium. Again, if you're going to win a state championship in 4A football in Tennessee, it's going to go through Greenville or Elizabeth. It's been proven over the last 4 or 5 years. So we've won 2 in a row and a state runner-up. Greenville had won at 1.3. So good football game tonight, folks. It'll be Greenville number 1 in the state at 2-0. We are at 11th in the state at 0-1. And I can promise you this, if you're a Cyclone fan, you'll see a different football team tonight. What we saw against Science Hill, a bunch of young guys, and we just didn't get it done. Coach Whitten said that. You'll hear his comments in the pregame show, but we'll go on there at 7 o'clock tonight from Burley Stadium in Greenville. We're looking forward to it. My man here to my right, Lone Depot, Doug Fritz joins us coming up here in just a second, or in a few minutes. So let's hit this right here. Are you ready? I'm ready. Sure. Back with one of our great sponsors, again, Jeremy Livesey from Lone Depot. What's the market doing right now?
The market right now is it's actually slowed down a little bit from what it was, 5 months ago, but we're still seeing a lot of business going on. I mean, there's people buying houses, but the rates are starting to trickle up a little bit, so things will slow down, but if you got to buy a house, you're going to buy a house regardless.
2 questions. How can you help them? And first off, why Lone Depot?
Well, how can we help them? It depends on what their situation is. We do purchase refinance. We're actually closing one day. It's a renovation loan, which has been pretty cool. The borrower themselves, they bought the house 2 years ago and decided they want to add on square footage rather than buy a new house because the market is a little weird. So they're actually financing the entire update with us. So that's another option that we have for people. But the why Lone Depot? I mean, just why not? Yeah. We're good.
Yep. How do you differ? Why you versus somebody else?
Most of it's probably technology, and we have our technology rivals that of like Amazon and stuff like that. So we have a little more bells and whistles, and makes it a little bit easier to go through the process. It's funny when we talk to people who, we get recruiting calls all the time. And when I talk to them about their processing and their just the technology, a lot of them don't have anything that compares to what we have at our fingertips. So it's kind of, it's refreshing to know we have all that, but it's really hard to see like what other people actually go through to get their loans closed. So it's both.
Catch-22.
Yeah. So,
yeah. But the bottom line is you can help folks, and speed is the key. You guys don't mess around, do you?
Yes, we get done pretty quick. As long as the borrower does their part of it, I mean, we can knock out a loan in 2.5, 3 weeks. And, it helps with technology. It helps with knowing our title companies, knowing our appraisers and such, and then dealing with the realtors we work with, make sure we get everything we need to get in a timely manner. But as far as the actual process goes, it's pretty seamless.
Tell us how we get started with Loan Depot.
Just give us a call at 423-335-5005 or go visit our website and look me up.
LoanDepot.com.
That's it.
Yep. Or 335-5005.
That's it.
Jeremy Livesey, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, he's been with us for a long time. We appreciate it. And again, 335-5005 or LoanDepot.com. And you see his name on the screen, and from there, he'll take care of you and get the ball rolling. And as the old boy says, get her done. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. All right, so you like the Braves. What about Tennessee last night? What did you think of the Big Orange?
Well, we went back and forth. I like the Tennessee game. I mean, 2 plays?
Yes.
Interception and a score. I mean, that started out very well. But then, as I watched off and on last night. So we played Ball State. I don't know much about them.
Yeah.
But I did see, I think our defense looks pretty good, but they didn't get any sacks last night, which was kind of weird. But I don't feel like they were rushing the quarterback at all, but they didn't really need to, obviously. So
they didn't get a lot of pressure on him. He sat back and threw for 269 yards?
For his stat, they should have scored a lot more.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Once they get in the SEC play, we'll see how good they are.
Well, we'll see next Saturday how good they are. They go to Pitt, and they beat West Virginia, and that was a big rivalry game to start the season. That's like up there where I'm from, West Virginia Pitt's like Tennessee and Alabama. It's a big deal. So Pitt came from behind one at 38-31, so they'll be waiting on the Big Orange.
Well, so I said we'll see how it is when they start playing
the big boys.
Real teams.
Yeah. Big boy football is what I call it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but Ball State, they got a check for $1.5 million. They're heading back to Indiana. They can buy a lot. Yeah, they can buy helmets and jock straps and shoes and whatever they got to buy. That'll fund it.
That's smart. I wish like ETSU did that a couple years ago. Played a money game and.
Well, they got one this year. They're going to Mississippi State.
Okay, last game.
Or Ole Miss, one of the two.
I think it's Mississippi State. You're right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
they'll get a little checkbook for their efforts.
Throw one of them in there every now and then.
Yeah. Hello to Linda Wagner. Hello to Carl Wilson. Hello to Everett Wagner, Connie Helms. Hello to Reba Whitehead. Hello to Rick Ransom down in Pensacola. Jimmy Stout watching down in Georgia. Thank you all. We're here live at Food City in Piney Flats. So you shop here all the time. They redone the store. It's nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it really is sharp.
I get off the radio with you.
Yeah. Getting ready to do a shop? You got a little list?
No.
Mrs. Livesey?
We live close enough. I mean, we live like really right there.
Yeah. No need for a list. Just get in the car and go, right?
Sundays or Mondays are usually shopping days, and then like today will be.
Get what you didn't get.
We ran out of this, and we need to take care of that. So,
yeah. Gotcha.
But I was here yesterday, actually.
Were you really?
I'm here like 3 or 4 times a week.
Wow.
I think the day before yesterday I was here. Sorry. But I had the notion the other day I wanted to cook breakfast. So I knew I had to come get the bacon and the biscuits and the gravy and all that stuff. So
here we are. Came and got it.
Feels a lot better walking out here spending $9, $10 at a time than
lots of money.
Like at $190.
Yeah. $200.
Yeah, it's hard to come for paper towels and it costs you $250.
That's called add-on sales.
Yeah,
we like that.
They've done a brilliant job of that.
When you come in for toilet paper and go out with $200 worth of stuff, cha-ching, we like that.
They know it works, but we come here for that. We just little things.
Yeah.
And it ends up costing $35, $40.
There you go. And that's what we want. Thank you for shopping. Value every day.
It is. We are
Food
helping
City.
the economy.
All right. Get Doug Fritz coming up next year. What do you want to leave us with, my friend? LoanDepot.com?
LoanDepot.
Yeah. 335-5005.
Yeah.
Get it rolling, folks. You
Call
do.
us, text us, do whatever.
Conventional, FHA.
Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, renovation loans now. So we'll do everything.
You're licensed in Tennessee.
Tennessee, Virginia, North and South Carolina.
There you go. Love it. So if you're moving to one of those states, or you know someone that's coming from that state into Tennessee.
Yeah, we're doing a couple in South Carolina. We got people like Myrtle Beach area, like buying condos and houses, I guess, to go play golf and stuff, and Hilton Head area. So it's worked out for us.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It is a good thing, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being a sponsor. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll get Doug Fritz coming on next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.home.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. By the way, we didn't say happy birthday to some folks today. Happy birthday to Terry Bradshaw, Pro and College Football Hall of Famer. He's 74 today. Jimmy Connor's having a birthday, the tennis star. He's 70. Let's see. Mark Harmon, the actor, is 71. And Salma Hayek, I think that's how you say her name. Salma Hayek, 56 today. And Keanu Reeves is having a birthday, 58. So there's the birthdays for this Friday, September the 2nd. Did you know? I did not know this. Japan formally surrendered on this date back in 1945, September the 2nd, on the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, ending World War II. Did not know that. Also, on this day back in 1864, the Union took over Atlanta in the Confederate in the Civil War. That's pretty cool. Didn't know that either. Did you know that Doug Fritz is on the other end of this phone? Good afternoon. Actually, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. Did you know that? I did not know that Japan ended the war on this day back in September 2nd, 1945. I had no clue. So.
No, I know some of the big dates in history, but that's not one I knew.
No, I didn't know it either. So, anyway, we got high school football. Last night, let's run down what happened last night. Seymour beat Volunteer 41-20. Chucky Doe got a hold of Johnson County pretty good, 39-6. West Green beat Claiborne 28-12, and Lakeway Christian over North Green 50-12. So we got high school football, a bunch of it tonight. We'll save ours till last. Well, let's take a look at Westridge at Science Hill tonight in Johnson City. The Wolves or the Hilltoppers? What do you think tonight in this 6A regional game in Johnson City?
You know, I'm leaning a little bit towards Science Hill, but you know, both these teams coming off of bad games, and sometimes that lingers, and I just don't really know what to expect. If I could make that pick after the first quarter, it'd be pretty easy because I just don't know what's going to happen in the first quarter. But whoever gets off to a good start, I think is going to win the game. And I'll go with Science Hill, but I'm very hesitant about it, and I definitely think Westridge could win.
We'll talk to Mike Lunsford coming up a little bit later in the show, coming up at the bottom of the hour. They've got Hampton travels to Avery County, North Carolina tonight. They're the number 1 ranked team in the state, which is awesome for our neck of the woods. So the Bulldogs at Avery County tonight. Should Hampton have any trouble with these guys or not going across the state line?
You know, it's a tricky thing because, you know, Avery tends to play pretty well against Cloudland and Hampton, you know, I think Hampton should be okay, though. You know, Avery, they had a shootout a little bit last year. I think it was 54-26, but I like what Hampton's done early here, and I think they'll be okay and be able to pull this one out.
Other games tonight, I think this is, to me, maybe the marquee game other than our game. Crockett at Morristown West, both 2-0, and they're playing that game in 5A, of course, the regional down in Morristown. So who do you like on that one, Crockett or Morristown West?
At the risk of getting in trouble with the local folks, I think I'm going to go with Morristown West there. I just think they're a little improved this year. Crockett's got a chance to obviously to really set themselves up for a good season. This is a big game for them. They get to 3-0 and get rid of one of the biggest challengers should be in the league. And I mean, you know, they'll still have Tennessee High to deal with, but and Boone, of course. But this is a big game for Crockett. And I'm going to go with West. It's really a 50-50 game, but so you could pick either way and make an argument for it.
Morristown East at Dobbins Minute tonight at J. Fred. Indians or the Hurricanes on the road?
I like two things to happen here. I think DB's going to handily win this game, and I think Morristown East is going to become the first team to score on DB. I think they'll get a touchdown or two, but I think DB will win handily.
A couple of more I want to go through for you. Again, we're talking to Doug Fritz, and we'll get to our game tonight. South Green at Happy Valley and Warriors Hill, the Rebels, or Happy Valley at home tonight in a 2A regional game?
Well, it's hard to know what South Green has. They haven't scored a point this year, but they played tough competition. You know, Happy Valley went on, beat Cloudland in the first game of the season. So I'm going to go with South Green. That's based on recency bias, I think, but that's who I'm going to go with in this one.
Taking South Green, all right. And then you look at, Hampton. We talked about that one. Cloudland tonight, hosting Rockwood. We talked to Coach Benfield earlier in the week here on the show. Rockwood on the road or Cloudland up on the mountain tonight?
We'll go with Rockwood there, and I feel like I'm picking all the non-area teams here, but I think it's a really tough game for Cloudland. Cloudland could prove something, though, with a victory here, but I'll go with Rockwood.
There you go. We have an announcement to make. Of course, it is official now. The Daniel Boone game next week was supposed to be at Daniel Boone, has been moved. Elizabeth and the Cyclones will play Boone at East Tennessee State next week at William B. Green Jr. Stadium. So that's out there, and so that's you've got that, I've got that. So just letting you know, next Friday night, not going to Gray because it's still got that lighting problem. And so, in fact, they're playing their game tomorrow against Cherokee at noon because they still don't have the lights up again at Daniel Boone or got them fixed yet. And so, as a result, we'll play that game on a neutral site at William B. Green Jr. Stadium where we played Science Hill last year at the Railroad Rumble. That'll be next Friday night. Nothing else changes, so except that we're changing location. The rivalry ain't going to change. The intensity of the game between Boone and Elizabeth the next Friday night, no, that's not going to change either. It's going to be a ball game. Harlan, Kentucky tonight comes to Stony Creek to battle Unaka. Who do you like there?
I'm going to go with the Rangers. I like what they do offensively, and I think that they can pull out a win here at home using some good offensive play.
And then you have the game we talked about, Daniel Boone tomorrow, hosting Cherokee at noon. That'll be at, again, Nathan L. Stadium in a day game. What do you think about that one?
I like Boone to win that. They've got off to a great start here. They're also looking for the third straight shutout, and it's always tough to get shutouts, especially because sometimes you give one up late in the game when you don't have all your starters in there. But I like Boone. I think Cherokee's going to find it hard to put points on the board against them.
That'll leave anybody out. Westridge, Science Hill, Morristown East, Dobbins Minute, Crockett, Morristown West, Sullivan East at Granger. I think the Patriots will have that one pretty handily tonight. South Green at Happy Valley. Tennessee High goes to Pulaski County, Virginia. I know nothing about that team. I know Tennessee High is, coming off that loss and an open week to Dobbins Minute. So Tennessee High, can they get up here and beat Pulaski County, Virginia? I know nothing about that team, but hopefully our local team, Tennessee High, will get a W tonight on the road.
Yeah, I'll go with the home team there with Pulaski. Tennessee High's going to have to show more than they did week one for me to feel confident in picking with them.
All right. Of course, our game tonight, the 80th meeting tonight, the Greenville Green Devils and the Elizabethton Cyclones. Cyclones have won the last 3 times we've gone down there. 24-13 in 2019, 44-10 2020. Then last year, the quarterfinal barn burner, 13-7, and the catch from Jake Roberts on the throw by Bryson Rollins to win it 13-7. So, but Greenville is 2-0, number 1 ranked team in the state. So, what you thinking, big guy, tonight? Greenville or the visitors from Carter County going to roll down there and win?
Well, there's so many variables here. Elizabethton making a change at the quarterback position. What will that look like? Greenville's quarterback has completed 16 of 17 passes on the season, which is just absurd. Such a great early start. Greenville doesn't have, I don't think, nearly the big play weapons, but we both know from watching Elizabethton they haven't shown that they have the same type of big play weapons that they've had in the past 3 years. These are 2 different teams, but I still think that I have no problem ranking Greenville number 1 in the state. I still think that the road to the state championship goes through this region, and so I think these 2 teams, the best 2 in the region, year in, year out. It's got a loud impact. I don't know. I think Elizabethton. Here's what I think. I think Elizabethton. They want to win this game. Obviously you would hate to start 0-2, but I think the biggest thing for them is, from a confidence standpoint, to go down there and be competitive, and this game be decided in the last few minutes. Because there's 2 things that happen from that. One, you get all kinds of confidence that you can move forward and have a great season. And then secondly, if it comes down to that, you get a chance to win the game. And I think Elizabethton can do that. And I'm going to go ahead and not the hardest thing about picking Elizabethton is not knowing what it looks like the quarterback position and what kind of an impact that's going to have, and how many different things they're going to roll out there. Will they have some trickery, and will they be able to control the line of scrimmage better than they did against Science Hill? I think Elizabethton does that. They will win the game if they control the line of scrimmage. If they don't, I think Greenville wins and could win by a couple of touchdowns. So it comes down to the basics of football, like it often does, and quarterback play and the line of scrimmage. I'll go with Elizabethton, but I think it's an upset. I think Greenville's definitely the favored team here, but I think it's going to be a really good ball game. And I'll go out on a limb and pick the Cyclones.
I think I will tell you this. I've been to the practice this week. You'll see a different football team. I guarantee you. You're not going to see the same team you saw, again, with the Science Hill game a couple of weeks ago. I've been to practice. It's been very spirited. He's got their attention. And it's, you're going to see a different. I'm very confident about this football team. Greenville, yes, they're a very good team. I don't know how good Knox Central is. Here's the thing. I go through this every time with people, not just with Elizabethton, but Tennessee football, and you know this. Strength of schedule, who are you beating when you beat them? Or if you lose, who you're losing to. And so, Knox Central 49-7, Granger 35-0. No knock on Greenville, but how strong are those teams? I don't know. Science Hill, how good are they? I mean, they laid, Anderson County laid the wood to them last week. So, they got a kind of improvement game tonight against Westridge. So, what I'm saying is I think you're going to see, and this, Doug, I've talked to coaches for years. They say the biggest improvement on a football team is always from week 1 to week 2. Well, everybody said that week off was awful for Elizabeth, and I'm not so sure. I think it was perfect timing to get some kids healed up and go back to the basics. So I think I know you're going to see a different football team tonight. There's no question. Number one is because it's week number 2 from week number 1. And then the other point, and you know this, there's 16, 17-year-old kids. It's Greenville, big lights, big Friday night. The lights are on, big ball game, big rivalry. I just think you're going to see a different team. Will Elizabethton win? I don't know about that. Well, I think they will. I think it's going to be a very good football game, but I think Elizabethton will show the firepower to win the game. But Greenville is loaded. Dabbs, heck of a receiver. Damian Short, great running back. You've got, don't have him in front of me, Quillen's the quarterback. So they got some horses up front. It's going to be a great football game. It's going to be decided in the trenches. And, of course, we had Coach Whitten on yesterday, and he said point blank, and I think he did in your column too, our lines didn't get it done. We got pushed. We didn't push, and we got pushed around. So, down to the trenches, they worked on that all week for the last 2 weeks in practice. So I think you're going to see a different football team tonight for Elizabethton. But, again, as you said at the outset of our visit, it's the 80th meeting. It's Greenville, and it's Elizabethton. So it'll be a Donnybrook, as they say. It'll be a wild one, old-fashioned slobber knocker. So I can't wait. So you're taking Elizabethton. I am as well. And I'm sure the Greenville folks, that'll get them fired up, and that's okay. We're entitled to our opinion. So, yes, I think Elizabeth will go down and win that game tonight and play much better. But Greenville's going to be a heck of an opponent, no question. So I went all the way around the barn and say Elizabeth's going to win. I just rambled on. Are you still there? Did you fall asleep?
No, I'm still here.
So, well, I do this all the time. And you hear how great this team is and that team is. You pick any sport, you go back and go, okay, who do they play? And if the opponents aren't that strong, then, it's a little bit misguided or whatever, misleading, I guess would be the right word. So, I remember the year Marshall went undefeated. You go back and look, and it's like, wow, they did this, and they're 12-0. Well, look who they played. A bunch of cupcake teams. Didn't play anybody. So I'm always suspect when I hear teams, they get clobbered or they win big. Who are they playing? Strength of schedule. Am I right? Is that not important in any sport and any team? It's who in the heck are you playing, and are they any good or not at the end of the day? Right or wrong?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. You got to look at strength of schedule. I think one thing and I've only seen three teams so far. I've seen St. Elizabeth and Anderson County, but I'm telling you, Anderson County is the real deal. They've got that quarterback is something special. They can run the football, they can throw the football. They beat Science Hill sideways into the dirt basically, and they didn't even have their best player on the field. The Noe kid or however you pronounce the kid's name, he's going to the Naval Academy, and he's a top-notch running back, and he's a really, really good linebacker. And I saw him on the sidelines there, and he's put together. This is an excellent football player that watched on the sidelines as Anderson County just destroyed Science Hill, and that's a good football team. And right now, I haven't seen Greenville, so I don't have any comparison there. But right now, if Elizabethton goes down and does happen to beat Greenville tonight, to me, it's very easy to move Anderson County to the number one spot because there's no doubt right now they're better than Elizabethton. Now we'll see what happens when we get down to week 10, 11, 12, or whenever they might play. Or I guess I can't remember. I know Science Hill's playing. Does Elizabethton have Anderson County this year again? I can't remember.
September 23rd.
Okay, so
in 3 weeks.
Okay, so they'll know here in a few weeks what that's like and how much that so-called perceived gap that's changed in that little amount of time there too. But if Greenville had beaten Anderson County already, I'd have a much different thought on this game. But they haven't played them, and we don't know how good Granger is, and we don't know how good Knox Central is. Knox Central did bounce back and win, I think, week 2, but who did they play? So you go on and on about that. But that's the good thing though about Elizabeth and Greenville playing early.
Yep.
At the end of this game, we're going to know where these teams stand. And it doesn't mean it can't change because we saw it change dramatically last year, but we're going to know where they stand, and we already know that this is these are some of the top teams in the state. That's not a myth. It's happened 5 years in a row that one of these teams has played for a state championship. So whoever comes out best in this game becomes the favorite. With Anderson County's in that mix too, because they've been kind of knocking on the door throughout this whole thing where Greenville Elizabeth have dominated. They've been the next team, they couldn't get past Greenville, and then they couldn't get past Elizabeth. They've been knocking on the door. This may be their year, but, Elizabeth and Greenville, Anderson County, I think, you can make a case that they're 1, 2, and 3 just based on recent history until somebody proves otherwise. Because Tullahoma graduated half of their football team. They had a bunch of seniors last year, so you can't really throw them in the mix. So it's interesting. We'll see what happens. We're going to know a whole lot more come about 10:30 tonight than we know now.
You got it. I know it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be warm down there, and again, warm on the field, and warm in the stands, because there'll be a lot of folks in there shouting and war whooping, having a big time. So we'll bring it to you at 7 o'clock tonight. Again, Greenville said no video. It's audio only tonight, so we'll do what we need to do to get the broadcast out on Facebook and now on YouTube. So, Doug Fritz, you're awesome, my friend. Thank you for being on the show as always. I know you got to go, got other things to do, so we'll talk to you soon, and our paths will cross soon, I'm sure, I hope. And so thanks, as always, for being a great contributor to the show, all right?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Tom.
Yep, good man right there, Doug Fritz. I know he's got other things to do. Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News sports writer. We've got some other things. We've got some other people to talk to. Look right here now. This young lady, she is nice. Here we go. Little Caroline. How you doing, lady? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're the new what now?
The new Human Resources Coordinator over here at Food City in Piney Flats.
Yeah. So, School Bucks. Let's talk about School Bucks. By the way, Mike Hedrick's going to join us coming up next talking NASCAR. Then Mike Lunsford at the bottom of the hour talking Hampton football. Caroline Forrester's here talking about School Bucks. Tell me about it.
So the School Bucks program, it extends out kind of in the Tri-Cities area, and we go as far as like Knoxville, Chattanooga, that area. Extends into Virginia, Kentucky. So overall, the School Bucks program, it's going to donate about $700,000 in total towards schools of customers' choices. So they just link their value card online at foodcity.com/schoolbucks. And you can pick the school, like I said, of your choice. And for every dollar that's spent at a Food City location is a point that's donated towards that school. So just the more points and the more points you get towards that school, the more money that's earned. So.
Yeah. We've been doing this in Food City for, I guess, about 18 years. So every year I talk about this, say, look, somebody's going to get this money. Might as well be your kid or grandkid's school, right? Because it's going to go out to somebody.
It goes to everybody. So every school that participates, every school that signs up is a school that gets money. So everybody gets a chunk here and there.
Absolutely. So if I don't know, every school's got a code. You got to go to foodcity.com/schoolbucks and get signed up. It takes about 5 minutes to do it. Yes. And it's good until May. You don't have to do it one time. So every school has a code. You go in and see, kind of go down and say, okay, I'll pick one. Sullivan East. Go down and pick, Volunteer High School or Churchill Middle or T.A. Duggar and Elizabethan. And you type that code in and it stays with the card, right?
It does, yes. Yeah. So pretty much, like you just said, as soon as you go to that website, it will pull up once you scroll to the bottom. If you're a customer, just link it in your value card. You can log in that way, and then if you're a school, you just put in that school code, and it links it to that school of your choice. So it's pretty straightforward and easy. So it doesn't take more than a couple minutes, and then you're good to go. Start earning those points for that school.
Yeah, it goes until next May, and then they'll accrue it, and then they'll cut checks. And in the summertime, Terry gets to be Santa Claus just because these schools hand out checks. And I know here at this store, he said he's handed out checks in the past for $2,000 or $3,000. So yes. It's a big deal. It's a win-win for everybody because number one, Food City gets the foot traffic. They get the sales in the store. Number two, we save as shoppers at Food City. And number three, the schools get money, so everybody wins. It's a win-win-win.
It's great too because during this time, everybody's kind of struggling a little bit. It's kind of hard sometimes for these schools to get the supplies and things that they need. So it really helps the schools out. It helps the students out. Helps Food City out. So it's all around. It's a fantastic program.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong. And they've been doing it for many. It's not the first year. They've been doing it for I think it's been over 20 years.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars of going into these schools. Another cool part about this too, some companies will say, okay, we're going to give schools money, but you got to do it, use it for this, this, and this. At Food City, you hand a check to the school, and they can use it for whatever they need.
Yes, anything. Most of the time, like I said, it's used for supplies, but it's up to that school. Just anything that they're in need of, they can put it towards whatever they need to get for their school.
All right, I'm going to ask you a trivia question here because we're getting ready to hire for the holidays. So I want to see. Oh, it went the wrong way. Let's go this way. How many days till Christmas? And see if you have a clue here. Let's see. All right, I've got the magic. And I'm cheating. I got the number. It's not fair, but.
Okay.
You get 3 guesses. How many days till Christmas?
Oh, goodness.
Let me give you a hint. It's less than 120.
Okay. 86.
Higher.
Okay. How about 94?
Higher.
Darn. Okay.
Get one more.
All right. Last guess. 110.
Ooh, close. 114.
Oh wow. Okay.
114.
I was kind of close.
Yeah, that's all right. But we gave it a whirl, and so. But a point of this is we're gearing up for the holidays, and we're hiring people. We need bodies in here to take care of people shopping, in particular the bakery deli, getting ready for all these Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners coming up. Need bodies, and so we've got a hiring, kind of a hiring fair, right?
Yes, so the hiring event is actually September 15th, and it's here, of course, in store. We usually have it right here at the front of the lobby, and we do it from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it's just anybody that needs a job that's looking, that just kind of wants to see what we offer and learn about benefits and just the company a little bit. We just talk to them and do interviews there and just get to know people, get out on the floor a little bit and be personable.
Do we need to bring anything?
No, not at all. You can just bring yourself, and that's about all we need.
Yeah, take it from there. So we are hiring for the holidays. We're hiring all the time, but it's a big push to get into the holidays, so we need extra bodies to handle the extra traffic.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a mound of positions throughout our stores that are open. We offer full-time and part-time. There's great benefits that come with it for part-time as well.
It's all good.
Yes, all good.
So this is a beautiful store. I was telling Terry a few minutes ago, man, this thing is really nice since y'all did the redo, or what do you call it, the renovation, I guess, what you want to call it, but it's awesome, isn't it?
Yes, we've come a really, really long way.
Yeah.
It's been a process, but at the end of the day, our store is just getting better and better, and the more people we get in here, the more people we get to meet, and more regulars we get in our store, so we're loving it. We just keep adding on, and so we hope it just goes up from here.
Yep.
So.
Good job. You ever done this before?
No, I have not.
Really? Ever?
Never in my life.
Never in your life have you ever been on a live
Nope.
interview? Wow. You're pretty smooth, Miss Forrester. Did a good job. So you'll come back and do it again?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. That'd be Caroline Forrester, who works right here again at Food City in Piney Flats, and we are. We'll take a break. Wave at them as we go to the break. There you go. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk NASCAR next with Mike Hedrick. Then bottom of the hour, Mike Lunsford, the head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, straight ahead here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand-cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. Our buddy Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reported. Now, Mike's been down somewhere. He took a couple days off to do a little fishing. Did you catch anything, big guy?
Actually, didn't really catch anything fishing-wise, but since I saw you last time, I've done 2 music gigs. I did one here locally in town at the Octaquan, down at the Bar J Chili Party, and then I peeled out of town, went down to Beaufort, North Carolina. That's down at Atlantic Beach, Morehead City. My mom lives down that way, my brother, and went down and played a very famous place called the Backstreet Pub down there in historic Beaufort. So yeah, got away, got a little, got some sunshine, got to sit around with my beautiful wife and my mother, and so like they said, like Nixon said, I'm tan, rested, and ready, Tom. I'm ready to go.
So tease me. Who were some of the artists you sang covers for?
Oh, I sang a little bit of Neil Young, a little bit of Marshall Tucker, a little bit of Leonard Skinner, a little bit of, those kinds of songs, a little bit of Van Morrison, those kind of smooth songs, Nothing like Dean Martin with When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie, that's amore. See, amore is love. So if you get hit in the eye with pizza, that's love, Tom. Well, if they don't shoot you, if that's a mob song, if they don't shoot you and they only give you the pizza in the eye, then evidently they love you.
There you go. I had no clue. Amore is love. So there you go. And I was trying to sing it a while ago and butchered it. So I got to ask you, I'm a big Skinner fan. What Skinner song did you sing?
I do Things Going On, and
yeah.
you also do a little bit of Charlie Daniels. I do, the long-haired country boy. There's some good old ones, And so I have a real good time. I just out there picking on my guitar by myself up there, so I'm kind of like a little troubadour trying to sing for my supper and just enjoy. My lovely wife, I got back out doing this because she just likes to listen to it. So, but yeah, had a good time. But now I'm ready for it. I did watch the racing while I was down there, Tom, so I'm ready.
There you go. Have you ever been down to have you ever seen a cold wind blow? If you don't know what I mean, why don't you stand up and scream? Because there's things going on that you don't know. Isn't that it? Part of the song? A little Skinner?
That's
yes.
That's exactly it. I try not to get political with my words on there, but if you're listening to some of the songs I'm singing, I'm telling you we all need to be aware there's things going on that you don't know.
You don't know. Old late Ronnie Van Zant. All right, let's go. Take me back down to Daytona last weekend. It was wild and woolly. We thought it would be, and they didn't disappoint. Getting ready for the playoffs starting this weekend in Darlington. Let's go back and recap Daytona last week.
Yeah, it was real fun. It started off with the Xfinity race. The Xfinity race had all your usual players out there, but then they had the big crashes. You knew that was going to happen. In fact, everybody from like 22nd on down was caught up in a crash. But really the story of the day was who actually won this thing. There was a guy named Jeremy Clements. Now, Jeremy Clements has been driving around a while. He won in the number 51 car. That's his own team. Jeremy Clements Racing got his very first win of his career with his own team. Came in, has 2 career wins, but that's just amazing. Timmy Hill, another guy that owns his own team, he came in second in the Xfinity race, and that was real wild. But really, the big one was the Cup race, and it was amazing from start to finish. These guys were getting out there. Started off with Joey Logano, stage 1. He's leading a little bit. Kyle Busch is out there. He leads stage 2. He's winning. When it came down to it, I mean, and then rain came in there, and big crashes came into it, and it looked like we were going to get past it right before the big one came. We had one of the final restarts. Denny Hamlin and all the guys are out front. They go down from the restart. They go around turn 1, and it's not raining, Tom. It's perfectly dry right there. But must be about the time they got into turn 2, it must have started raining at 1. Because as they went around the rest of the track, when they came back around to turn 1, it was soaking wet, and there were just cars going everywhere. I actually listened to some of the car audio of Denny Hamlin and some of the guys, and the pain it was just excruciating to actually even listen to. When it came down to it, and there was a big delay, looked like Austin Dillon he had been leading at that time. They had a red flag for over 3 hours. They got it back going, and dang it if Austin Dillon in that number 3 didn't have a number 8 right behind him coming in 1-2. Austin Dillon gets the win. First of the win of this season, puts him in the playoff, 4th of his career. Now he's tied with William Byron and 18 others with 4 careers right now. But, yeah, punched his way in and knocked Martin Truex out there, Big Tom.
He did, and that was Truex, I saw his comments. He was pretty dejected because, that's the goal of all these teams to get to the playoffs, and he's not. So, you head off now to Darlington with Austin Dillon, one of those 16 drivers ready to go. It's interesting, the winner of the first race of the playoffs goes on to win the championship. So this is a big deal this weekend for the Cookout Southern 500 down in Darlington. So we'll talk about that in a moment. So what's up with Bubba Wallace and this Kurt Busch thing going on with that team? What's the latest there?
Well, I think this is what is going to be all in the owner's point. So what's happened is 2311 is switching the drivers for the owner's points. And here's the reason why. Bubba Wallace this year here, he was currently or has been driving around about 21st in the points. They're going to go ahead and switch him over to now drive the number 45 car, which Kurt Busch had got up all the way to 12th in the points before he went out. Now, like I said, Bubba Wallace has been averaging about 21st this season. Now they're going to be moving Ty Gibbs, who's been filling in for Kurt Busch. He's going to move over and drive that 23 car over there until Kurt Busch returns if he's done. But if you look at Ty Gibbs, he's a rookie in the Cup Series. Never drove one of these cars before until he jumped in to help out Kurt Busch over there. He's driven 6 times in the Cup Series. He's got 4 top 10s, and his average is 19th. So they're moving Bubba Wallace around, but I think they're trying to do that. Like I said, when you're looking at the owner points right now, the 45 car is sitting in 11th and the 23 car is sitting at 21st. And you think that, hey, maybe Bubba Wallace will be able to bounce them up and get them. There's money if you're in the top 10 or in the top 5 or you're the top of the owners point. So they're taking that chance, and we'll see how that works out.
See, if you're not one of the drivers in the playoffs, what do you do? I mean, you're out there to win the race, but, I mean, it's business as usual, or you're kind of dejected, kind of bummed out? You know, I know the sponsors want you to still go out and win, but what goes through the drivers' minds now the guys who are not in the playoffs?
Well, you're going actually for these owner points that we were just talking about. You're going to see if you can't go ahead. Every finish that you get helps out the owners, whether you're in the playoffs or not. A win is a win, and points are points, and you move up in the owners' points rankings, however they move you up. So there's still 10 opportunities for you to help your owner and your owner point and your team to do better. So that's the first part of that, is that part of it. And then there's just pride. Hey, you're a driver, especially a guy like Martin Truex Jr., just knocked out. You want to go ahead and show them, hey, you should have been in this playoff and things like that. So and in my opinion, there's a lot to be still racing for. I think others points on that. I think we see with 2311 going, hey, we're shifting the focus because there's still money, there's still something on the line, there's an owner's trophy and those kinds of things. So, and then also there's just maybe some of these tracks are your favorite and you do good and you want to get good and you want to hold that trophy. I mean, whether you're in the playoffs or not, everybody wants to win the Bristol night race. And so that's just one example. But there's a lot of reasons why in sportsmanship that these guys still want to be out there, Tom.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick. We are live again at Food City and Piney Flats on a Food City Friday. Thank you for being with us wherever you may be. Again, the sale prices are on. We hit a couple of those, and we're going to get into letting him describe the track Too Tough to Tame down in Darlington. You have Hostess Snack Cakes today and tomorrow, $2.49 at all Food Cities. Powerade selected varieties, 28-ounce bottle for 69 cents. The Pepsi Cubes, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans. They've dropped the price from $9.99 to $6.99, limit 2, today and tomorrow. Seedless watermelons, looking at them over here, and they were getting hit pretty good. A lot of folks are picking them up. $2.99 for a seedless watermelon for Labor Day weekend. And one more, whole pork loin, be good on the grill. Food City Fresh boneless whole pork loin for $1.49. That's some of the specials going on at all Food City locations on this September the 2nd and 3rd. The track Too Tough to Tame, they call it the Black Widow. What is unique about Darlington Raceway?
It's just tradition. And also that like you said, it's the track Too Tough to Tame. It's crazy the way it's designed. It's very tough on everybody. It's the Lady in Black. And what makes it a little bit different is it's an old track. So it's been around since 1950, and it's 1.3 miles. That's unusual, but it's egg-shaped. It's not a big oval. It's not round. It's one end smaller than the other because back in the day when the owner got permission to build the track, the guy on the next part of him said, hey, I own this minnow pond over here, and you can't really go over there, so you got to design your track. So it's actually designed with the one smaller end and then one larger end. So like I said, it's 1.36 miles. But turns 1 and 2 are 25 degrees, and that's a nice big wide turn. And then turns 3 and 4 are 23, and that's that little top of the egg, the little narrow turn that's up there. So the track is very difficult to drive. Coming back out of that narrow one, that's usually where they get that traditional Darlington stripe, which is where they basically knock the white that's off the track and get off the side of the wall and gets black on the side of your car. Now, going back, the records that are there, old school, of course, it's David Pearson's got 10 wins, but we really only care about the current drivers. Now, there's only 7 drivers right now that are driving in Cup that even have wins at Darlington, and there's only 5 of these guys that are in the playoffs. Now, to name all of them, Denny Hamlin's got the most wins at Darlington. He's got 4. Kevin Harvick has won there 3 different times. 2 wins for Martin Truex Jr. Hey, you might still want to get him on there. And Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, and that Jones boy all have a win there as well. Now, we look back to last year at the fall race. Denny Hamlin won this one, and that would lock him, if he does that again, that would lock him into the next round. And in the Xfinity Series, Noah Gragson got that race. So I love this race, the Southern 500. I mean, I guess they're calling it the Cookout Southern 500, but this is just such a fun and iconic race. It's one of my, it's on my bucket list. I've got to get there sometime. So I'm going to be pegged to the TV watching this race.
Well, and that's one of those, the trophies in your trophy case as a driver, it's all said and done. You want one at Bristol, you want one from Daytona, you want one, I don't know where else you'd want one from, I guess Talladega. But I know for sure the drivers, the years I've been around them, say it's one of the ones you want in a trophy case, the Southern 500 at Darlington, and somebody will do that this weekend. They'll drop the flag at 6 o'clock on Sunday night, get with it and see how it rolls out and see who's going to win it. And that's the first round of the playoffs. And, of course, as we know, if you win it, you're guaranteed the second round. So the first three race stops in this first round of 16, Darlington, Kansas, and, of course, Bristol coming up in a couple of weeks, September the 17th, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race. And they're getting ready for that, of course, the world's fastest half mile. So that's your top three, first three races, Darlington, Kansas, and Bristol. And then at that point, it's a cutoff race, and we get her down to 12, then you get down to 8, and you get down to the Final Four championship weekend at Phoenix. So the obvious question here on our little picking panel, how did I do last week? We got to pick a winner and a dark horse for Darlington this weekend. So how did we do? Did I make any ground on you? Am I losing, winning? What are we doing right now?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and put a Las Vegas bet alert out there. If you're in Las Vegas and you're listening to me and Tom make our picks, whatever we pick, you might want to pick something different because we're not really doing great. You got a little bit of an edge on me, Tom. You gained one more point on me. So right now, but yeah, last week here, you picked for going to Daytona. You picked Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin came in 25th. Brad Keselowski came in 35th. That's a total of 60 points. I had Chase Elliott. He came in 29th, and I had Michael McDowell. He was my dog out there. He had 30. He came in 32nd. So I had 61 points. So we add those to our big tally. You have 561. I have 595, which means I have a 34 point disadvantage to you. You gained 1 point on me, Tom. You're moving, but not really quick there. But yeah, you made a move on me there.
So you're winning this thing, right?
No, actually, you're winning. You got the lower number. It's like golf. We're trying to have the lower score.
That's right.
No, we can change the rules all around any time there, Tom. But no, I can't cheat. You're the winner there, Tom, and you're doing great. You're doing great picking.
All right, so who picks first this week? You get to pick a winner and a dark horse. You want to go first or want me to go first? I don't care.
I will. I say you go ahead and go there, Tom.
All right. My winner this week will be Kyle Busch. I think he's going to come out and finally get one besides the Bristol. He kind of backed into that one. And, well, didn't back in, but he did in a literal sense. You know, when I start talking about, did you ever watch Green Acres, the TV show Green Acres? You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that as a kid, yeah.
Hank Kimball, the guy that was the county agent, he would say something. Well, I just did that. I thought, I sound like Hank Kimball. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick one. I don't know if I'm going to pick one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pick one. I was like, Tom, get your thoughts straight, son. I'm going to take Kyle Busch for the winner. The dark horse, Jiminy Christmas, I have no clue. Let's see. Busch to win it, and the dark horse to win Darlington would be, I'm going to pick somebody that's not won there. Oh, gosh, let me think. Who would I pick that's not won at Darlington? Oh, man, I got to do good here, too. I can't just go out here and pick one because you're going to burn my biscuits if you can. So you're going to dump me in turn 4 and take the lead if you can. So Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. I'll go with Ryan Blaney to win it, to be my dark horse. How's that?
Yeah, I think those are good picks right there. Kyle Busch should be your main guy. Ryan Blaney should be your dark horse right there. Let me see. I'm gonna look at. I think a guy that has a little bit of momentum coming on here. If you would have asked me before, I would have thought Martin Truex would have been in the playoffs and Kevin Harvick would have not been in the playoffs. So right now he's kind of come on, got him 2 wins right now. So I'm going to go ahead with Kevin Harvick as my main guy. And then I'm going to go ahead with that Jones boy. That Jones boy is not in the playoffs, but he has 1 win there. I think once you get that feel of that crazy egg-shaped track, I think it stays with you, and I think he's going to have a shot. So this week here, you've got Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. I've got Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones.
Interesting. Neither one of us took a Rick Hendrick driver, which is you look at Bowman and you look at Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, the regular season champion. Neither one of us took those guys from the Hendrick camp. So I go Joe Gibbs and I go Penske. I'll take Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. You've got Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones. We'll see how it goes. Great weekend, great Labor Day weekend. Again, Mike, what do you want to leave us with, my friends? We head into a long weekend for folks for Labor Day.
Anyway, just the last little bit what we've been hearing about Kyle Busch. Everybody knows that he's on the contract search right now. What's going on? Whether he's going to stay there at the 18, whether he's going to move on. They were all in Charlotte this last week, or actually yesterday and the day before, doing media day, and he was asked about it numerous times. Had a lot of very good open comments and all that. But he did say that there are 2 paper offers that he has on the table right now. So the question is, where might he go? I've been on Twitter, big speculations that he could go to the number 16 at Cullig Racing, might move over to the 8 at RCR, the 41 of Stewart Haas Racing, and it still possibly might go to the 45 at 2311. So we'll just keep an eye on that. I know, Tom, I'm going to be glued to the TV for the racing, but hey, first thing I'm going to be listening to the Cyclones. I'm addicted to the high school Cyclone football over there, Tom. So I'm glad you're broadcasting that for a guy like me way up in here in Virginia. So hey, everybody down there, hey, have a good luck with the Cyclones. God bless everybody down there. Real good.
Thank you, my friend Mike Hedrick. He's the best. Appreciate him. And again, he does a phenomenal job. We can't thank him enough. We do, but I never feel like it's enough for what he brings to the show, and he does a wonderful job. We appreciate him very much. We are live here again at Food City in Piney Flats, and we are ready for football tonight. 7 o'clock airtime. Here's what you're going to see. It's audio only. Again, no video tonight, and that is not our call. That's their call. So here's what you'll see. The entire broadcast, again, Facebook and YouTube, and it's Elizabeth and Greenville tonight, and that's going to be the screen. And so there she be. And so there's your screen now. We'll take a break, come right back. We'll talk to Mike Lunsford, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs. He's due to join us next right after this timeout from the great folks right here at Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
The greatest labor-saving device of the 21st century is here. It's the revolutionary grocery delivery service from Food City, powered by Instacart. It's perfect for busy professionals, moms on the go, or anyone looking to have more free time. Just shop online for the same fresh meat, farm fresh produce, and all your grocery needs delivered straight to your door. Visit foodcitydelivers.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live here again at Food City in Piney Flats. Let's go to the phone. He's live there. He's got a big football game tonight. The number 1 ranked team in the state. I love it. The Hampton Bulldogs. Coach Mike Lunsford. Michael, good. You go by Mike or Michael? Which one do you want me to call you, Coach?
I want it that bother me one way or the other.
Just call him for dinner, folks. Call him Mike or Michael. Ring the dinner bell.
Michael, either one.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to last week. Talk about that big win for the Bulldogs. Tell us about it.
Well, we got off to a really good hot start. We scored 16 points, hadn't ran one offensive play. So, we was, it really clicked off. We came out firing on all cylinders. We returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. And then as soon as we kicked off to them, we hit them. And, J.J. McElgay forces a fumble, and we returned it down to the 5-yard line. So, special teams is part of the game, and it was something that was to our benefit last week. And, I just felt like everybody played good and played hard and, took care of business and got through it injury-free. And, everything was all positive.
Final score was?
44-0.
Wow. 44-zip, a whitewash. So a lot of momentum to go into this week for the Bulldogs. What's it mean to be number 1 ranked team in the state, sir?
Well, I try to tell everybody. I said everybody's aiming for the big dog. When you're on top of the mountain, you're the target for everybody. And so we're going to get everybody's best game going forward, and we know that and expect that, and we've got to work our butt off and prepare every week like we're the underdog. And I tell the kids all the time, you didn't get to be the number one overall team in AA, number one ranked team by loafing and being sorry in practice and not doing things the right way and not doing things correctly. You got here by working your tail off, working your butt off, and it's paying off for you. So don't let a slip-up cause you to lose something that you've worked this hard for.
You know what I'm going to say, because them mamas love to hear them names. Kids that played well last week in that 44-0 win for the Hampton Bulldogs.
Well, Levi Lunsford had, I think he had 9 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown. One of the best things about last week is, we had 6 kids score a touchdown last week. 6 different kids scored a touchdown.
Wow.
So, Levi had a touchdown. Dominic Burleson returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Jonathan Greenwell busted off a long 52-yard touchdown run. Gino Carrico caught a touchdown from Chance Point. Chance Point also caught a touchdown from Dylan Trivet. Brody Hicks scored a touchdown, ran about a 2 or 3 yard run touchdown. So we just had a lot of kids that are being productive offensively, and getting a lot of people involved was a very good thing. J.J. McElhiey showed up on the defensive side, especially on the special teams, and then we played him at corner, and he had a good game there. Shaden Oliver's a kid that has really been playing well for us at the inside linebacker positions. We've got a lot of kids that's getting involved, and I just couldn't be happier and prouder of them.
Again, we're talking to Coach Lunsford. We'll talk some more high school football, run down the entire schedule coming up here in just a few minutes, and also college football. We'll talk about the Tennessee win a little bit and get you ready for a big weekend of college football. Georgia, Oregon, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Those are some biggies. There's some other big ones as well. Of course, the Hokies play at Old Dominion, so that's a big one for Virginia Tech. All right, so let's jump in here and go, Coach. Avery County across the state line tonight. What's the scouting report on this football team?
Very similar to Johnson County. They're going to be in a lot of spread formations. They're going to run a lot of spread stuff. They're going to throw the ball probably more than they're going to run it. The quarterback's a little better athlete than the kid at Johnson County. Maybe not quite as good a passer, but a better athlete. He's quicker, faster, harder to get a hold of. So that'll pose us a little different threat. It'll be hard for us to bottle up and contain him. We have to do a good job of doing that. Defensive end, defensive line has to play really well and get pressure without having to blitz. They're going to put us in some nickel and dime situations defensively. And, we're going to have to be able to get pressure without sending a lot of, without blitzing a ton. So that'll be a little bit different from last week. We'll play our game offensively. We feel like we're a predominantly run-heavy team, and that's what we'll be doing. This week, actually, Chance Point will be getting the nod at starting quarterback. Trivet's still dealing with a cut on his hand. So he won't be able to play this week, and we're going to try to hopefully get him healed up before next week when we play Cloudland. We just got to play well, got to play our game, stay in short yardage situations, and just continue to play good on defense.
That bus trip from Hampton to Avery County, how long is it going to take to get there?
It's not too bad. It's about 45 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
So it's not too awful bad.
Nah. Boys, be about time they get in the seat and get kind of comfy. You're pulling in there and getting out. So there you go. Coach, as always, man, I appreciate you. Again, hello to Robbie Fritz. Rob is getting a chance to watch. He's been to the doctor. He got a good report, so that's good. He's getting better, and that's awesome. So I know he's got this. He put me and you together back about a year ago, and so I appreciate that very much. Love to have you talk about them Bulldogs, number one ranked team in the state. So good luck tonight against Avery County. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
All right, thanks a bunch, Tom. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. I appreciate him very much. I have the utmost respect for him. And you know what? He's the number one ranked team in the state right now. That is awesome. I love that. And so, the folks in Memphis and the folks in Nashville and wherever, Tullahoma, pick a place across this great state of Tennessee. We'll look in the polls this week and see the number one team in 2A football in the entire state, them Hampton Bulldogs from Carter County. That's pretty cool. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look again at some college from yesterday. Some, what else we got? Got some high school for tonight. Run down the schedule again. And again, take a look at some Major League Baseball. Just got a lot of sports coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. We are live here again at Food City in Piney Flats on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
You know I like it a lot, yeah. You know I like what you got, yeah. Whenever we're together, the feeling lasts forever. I think it's kind of clever. We can be the same, la la. But we can be the same, la la. But we can be the same. But we can be the same, la la.
Discover what you love at MaryKay.com or with your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Did you know we can quickly and conveniently deliver Mary Kay products directly to you? We offer easy-to-do home and office delivery. Avoid standing in a line for your skincare products when Mary Kay can ship them right to your door through the customer delivery service. Find out today how we can ship the hundreds of quality Mary Kay products right to your door. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
Consumer and business credit cards. Tell me about that.
Yeah, some people may not realize that we offer that, but if you go on our website, it's a really cool feature. If you don't know what you would like to have as far as a credit card or what type, if you want more rewards or more cash back, you can take a little survey and it picks one for you. It's like the perfect one for you. Just answer a few questions. And so it's just a great feature. You go to bemycu.org, you can apply online, and then you can hear back in a couple of, I think it's a week or so, whether you qualify or not. And for the business credit cards, there's no fee for additional employee cards, and the card member services is open 24/7. If you ever had an issue, lost your card, you feel like there's fraud, it's open.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, squeeze in Platinum Elite checking, would you please?
Yeah, earn dividends without a penalty, and it's just like a CD, like interest into your checking account. You can actively use your checking account. There's only a few qualifications that you would need, and just visit our website, look at those. As high as 1.75% APY, so that's pretty good.
It's real good.
Yep.
Absolutely. Locations are where?
Johnson City, behind Mellow Mushroom off of West Oakland Avenue. The main office in Elizabethton behind Elizabethton High School. And then we have one on 19E in Elizabethton, or you can drive on up 19E in Roe Mountain, and we have one there.
Social media?
bemycu.org, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Appreciate it very much. One of our great sponsors here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the good folks at Northeast Community Credit Union.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live here at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday. All the Food Cities this weekend, today and tomorrow. King Cotton Bacon, 40-ounce container for or 40-ounce package, probably not a container, for $9.99. Can't beat that. Also, you have the Mandarin oranges, 3-pound bag for $2.99 today, tomorrow. This is a clip and save coupon event. There it is at all Food City locations. Also, you have on the backside the strawberry shortcake made fresh in the bakery deli. We're in the bakery, $5.99. There it is. The strawberry shortcake, Oscar Mayer meat wieners, $2.49. The Enderman's Little Bites, again, limit 4, $2.69. Hormel chili with beans, 99 cents. Let's see, let's flip it over here and see what else we got on this side of the sale paper for this weekend, today and tomorrow. You have Terry's Best Virginia Peanuts for $2.99. See right there in the right-hand corner. The Betty Crocker Fruit Snacks for $1.99. Hidden Valley Ranch Dressing, you have that on sale for $3.49. You've got the Mount Olive Pickle Spears for $2.49. The Kingsford Charcoal, get my finger out of the way, signature charcoal briquettes for cooking out this Labor Day weekend, $9.99. And Arm & Hammer Laundry Detergent, got that for $7.99. And the Viva Paper Towels for $6.49. Those are some of the specials going on this weekend at all Food City locations today and tomorrow. All right, Major League Baseball from yesterday. Who won? Seattle, the White Sox, Washington, the Mets beat the Dodgers. Baltimore, Boston, Atlanta, of course we talked about that, 3-0. Spencer Strider, again, 16 strikeouts, a franchise record, breaking John Smoltz's record of 15. They win 3-0 over Colorado. Then Arizona beat Milwaukee 5-0 tonight. And today you've got the Reds hosting Colorado tonight. The Braves at home against Miami. Charlie Morton on the mound at 6-5 for Atlanta. Other games, Toronto at Pittsburgh. Oakland will be at Baltimore. Cleveland hosting Seattle. The Kansas City Royals in Detroit. You have the Yankees at Tampa Bay. Head-to-head, that's going to be a biggie. The Yankees will go to Florida with only a 6-game lead over the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It's going to be a good one. Texas at Boston. The Mets hosting Washington. Minnesota and Chicago will square off. Those are the two teams chasing Cleveland in the American League Central. Cubs will battle the Cardinals in St. Louis. Houston and the Angels will get with it in Los Angeles. You also have Milwaukee at Arizona. San Diego will take on the Dodgers. The Dodger Stadium matters not. It's a blowout in that division right now. And Philadelphia will be at San Francisco. In the American League East, New York and Tampa Bay. The Yankees only lead by 6. They'll play Tampa Bay head-to-head starting tonight in Florida. Toronto's right there. They're only 8 games back. Cleveland leads Minnesota by 1 in the Central, and Chicago by 4 in the American League Central. Then you have in the National League in the East, it's a 3-game lead by the Mets over the Braves. And in the Central, the only other pennant race right now, the Cardinals lead Milwaukee, and the Brewers are fading. They lead them by 6 in 1/2 games in Major League Baseball. All right, week 1 of the college football season began with a bang last night. Thought it was a pretty good opening night. Number 17, Pittsburgh in West Virginia, lived up to its billing. Panthers escaped with a 38-31 win and a thrilling finish for the Pitt Panthers. West Virginia went ahead 31-24 with about 10:37 left in the ball game. First game called the Backyard Brawl since 2011. 11 years been waiting to replay these guys. And so an interception return for a touchdown from cornerback M.J. Devonshire with 2:58 remaining made the difference. And so they went on to win it 38-31 was the final score. It was Pitt defeating West Virginia. Pitt, number 17 in the country. The next opponent, of course, will be the Tennessee Vols coming up next weekend in Pittsburgh. Number 12, Oklahoma State, no problem with Michigan. Well, they gave up 44. I guess 58-44 the final is a track meet. So, yeah, probably is some problems to let a team like Central Michigan put 44 on them. Hello, Bobby. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing good. My man's in the house. And here doing a little shopping. Tennessee over Ball State. We'll talk about that in a moment. 59-10. Number 22, Wake Forest, no problem with VMI, 44-10. Missouri out of the Southeastern Conference got Louisiana Tech pretty good, 52-24. Penn State over Purdue, 35-31. And Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, a checkbook game over New Mexico State, 38-0 is the final there in college football. Hendon Hooker, 222 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for 2 more. Tennessee, no problem over Ball State, didn't think it would be. So, Jalen Wright led the Tennessee ground game with 86 yards and a touchdown. Cardinals, their big bruising running back Carson Steele was limited to 27 yards and 11 carries. They stuffed him. So, the Ball defense came up with three turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Ball State will take a $1.5 million check back home. That'll certainly help the athletic department. Yeah, you would think so. So Tennessee will head to Pitt. Last year, Tennessee gave up 27 points in the second period and lost 41-34 to the Pitt Panthers. So they'll go to Pittsburgh next Saturday. And so it should be a good one for Tennessee and, at this point, number 17th ranked, the Pitt Panthers. All right, what else going on in college football for this Friday? Ranked teams, you got one. It's 15th ranked Michigan State hosting the Broncos of Western Michigan tonight. Tomorrow, top 25, number 6 Texas A&M hosting Sam Houston. Number 13 North Carolina State. The Wolfpack goes to East Carolina. Number 6 Michigan in the Big House. Number 8 Michigan in the Big House playing Colorado State. Number 24 Houston. The Cougars playing at Texas San Antonio. Number 9 Oklahoma hosting UTEP tomorrow. The University of Texas El Paso. Let's see what else you've got for your Saturday. Of course, the big one of the big ones. Georgia, number 3, hosting Oregon, number 11 in Atlanta. Said it's a neutral site for these two teams. What, do you think we're idiots? It's in Atlanta, Georgia, and they're saying it's a neutral site? Come on now. Don't play us for idiots. It is a home game all the way, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Oregon will have some fans there, but it's clearly going to be a pro-Georgia crowd. It's in Georgia, for crying out loud. Well, it's going to be a neutral site. Neutral name only. It's very much a Georgia home game. Number 23, Cincinnati, number 19, Arkansas. 16th ranked Miami of Florida taking on Bethune-Cookman. 21st ranked Ole Miss. The Rebels will be playing host to Troy. Number 25, BYU will travel to South Florida in a 4 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Number 14, Southern Cal hosting Rice. Number 7, Utah goes into the swamp and battle the Florida Gators tomorrow. And they are tomorrow night on a 7 o'clock kickoff. Number 20, Kentucky hosting Miami of Ohio. Number 18th ranked Wisconsin home to Illinois State. 10th ranked Baylor. The Bears will be playing host to Albany. The other big one tomorrow night at 7:30. Number 5, Notre Dame will be at number 2, Ohio State. And then also tomorrow night, 7:30 kickoff. It's Alabama against Utah State. So there's your top 25 college football for this weekend. We'll come right back, and we will give you the rundown one more time of high school football right after this. And run down the soccer and volleyball from yesterday. We'll give you the Tennessee and Virginia high school football schedule for this Friday, September the 2nd, right after this timeout. We's live, we're here on the road at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday. Now this from one of our great sponsors, good folks from Pleasant Beach Baptist Church.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning, but I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching, and we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music. Plan wants you to come be a part of that. And then also don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
On to Dr. Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services. Folks out there may not know. Tell us what it's all about. What's PTS all about?
So PTS is all about just getting people back to the things that they enjoy, the things that they love. Whether it is the athlete that's wanting to get back to playing on the high school, collegiate, even the professional circuit, or it's maybe the grandmother that just wants to be able to hold her grandchild without her shoulder hurting, or her neck hurting, her back hurting. So from womb to tomb, we've got you covered, whether it's the pregnant female that's having some sort of pelvic floor back pain issues, all the way up to the individual that just wants to be able to get out of a chair again, and everything in between, we got them covered. So we've been in business since 1980. We're the oldest private practice in the state of Tennessee. We're still going strong, and we will continue to be successful because we do things the right way. And ultimately, we take care of the patient that's in front of us. And as long as we do that, everything works out well.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook at Physical Therapy Services. All you got to do is just look up Physical Therapy Services or Physical Therapy in Elizabeth, and we should be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. You can call us, email us 543-0073 or ptsstaff@yahoo.com with any questions or issues that you have. We'll point you in the right direction. If we can't help you, we know the people that can.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, making it go, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Lewis Sports Show, the good folks at Physical Therapy Services.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
We're live. Look who stopped by here. Dear friend of mine, Craig Phelps. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, doing well. Good
Yeah.
to see you today.
Yeah. In here doing a little shopping?
Yeah, and here at the Food City in Piney Flats, and enjoying this new Starbucks kiosk they've added on with their new addition and remodeling that's taken place over in the past couple of months. Took them a minute to get all this rearranged, but we've got a really nice location here in Piney Flats now.
Yep. Good infomercial. Good PR for the store. They'll like that. Tell me about what's going on with the old race car right now.
Well, it's Friday night. Got the day off. Not up at the Roadhouse selling those steaks, and we won't be racing tonight. We've missed the last couple of events. I've had a lot going on.
Yep.
And with family and work and this thing called life.
Amen.
I've had to put a few things on the back burner for now. Trying to get that car ready today, though. I've been working on it late last night and early this morning. Got it all put back together, just trying to do it right. If you're going to show up, I don't want to show up and struggle. I like to show up and have good nights and try to be problem-free and do all my sponsors and partners that help me get this done, do them justice. I love racing. It's part of who I am, and it's what's really taught me to have that competitive nature and that drive that it takes. I use what racing's taught me every day in my personal life, and when it comes to driving that business I have up there at Exit 5, we compete every day. It's no different than that racetrack. And for a guy that didn't play sports growing up, racing's brought out a competitor in me, and I'm thankful for it because it gives me that drive that it takes to be successful in my my business adventure. Texas Roadhouse up there at the Falls at Exit 5 opened October 25th, so we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of that real quick. Some days I tell you it feels like we've been open 5 minutes, and then some days it feels like it's been 10 years already. Got a lot of good things going. Got a great team of people up there that really make it happen every day. This community has been so good to us. After spending 10 years at Kingsport as a kitchen manager, I really had my work cut out for me to come up here and take the promotion and open this store. And just a new store, hiring the people, training the people, getting the process right. I always say when our brand is done correctly, our brand is tough to beat. You get your people right, and you get all those made-from-scratch recipes right, and the legendary fall-off-the-bone ribs and the fresh baked bread, made-from-scratch sides and dressings, hand-cut steaks, all that stuff, all the details. They always say the devil's in the details. Well, you miss those details, and I don't know how this community would act, because those stores beside of me, Johnson City and Kingsport, they do a real good job. And I tell you, for a new store, I guess we're 9.5, 10 months into it. We have a lot to be proud of, and everybody that helps me, the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to open that place and make it happen, and to be able to celebrate a 1-year anniversary. I'm a blessed man to be able to say that. I love my job, and I love old Tom Taylor.
There you go.
So good to see you and appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. How's that little girl?
Charlie Rose is hanging in there. She be 4 in December.
Good.
Once again, just like that restaurant, time flies.
Yeah.
Some days I feel like she's 6 months old, and some days I feel like she's 16 years old.
You got it.
She keeps us going. She just started ballet and gymnastics, and that's something she's really taken a liking to. I've got a niece that has been involved in that most of her life, and she does really well with it. And I think it's really cool to see something that makes the two of them bond, and
sure.
It's something that she admires about my niece that I think she's going to pick up as well.
Always a pleasure, my friend. I saw him come in. I thought I got to get him on the show. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, good man right there. Craig Phelps and little Charlie Rose. She's 4 years old. I remember she was just a little tiny thing. It happens. He'll be handing her the keys to the car before it's all said and done. And then she'll have one of them stinky boys come around, and you ain't going to like that.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you right now, for us to have girls, you ain't going to like them stinky boys coming around. So, but they'll be around. So you won't be able to stop it. So We'll take a quick break. As promised, we'll come back and wrap it up right after this. One of our great sponsors, the good folks at Rick Walters Horseman Insurance on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I know what I want to be when I grow up.
I'm one of those people who just always knew what she wanted to be.
I probably want to be a doctor.
From a really young age, I always wanted to be a doctor.
But like a really good doctor.
I would even make my little brother pretend he was sick just so I could take care of him.
I think being healthy is important so people can have a happy life.
And when someone along the way said, girls don't become doctors, my teacher inspired me to follow my dreams.
Mr. Green says I can be whatever I want.
And now I'm a research scientist at a medical university. Thank you, Mr. Green, for just believing in me.
Thanks, Mr. Green.
You help make their dreams possible. We can do the same for you.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, great visit. Nice guy right there, Craig Phelps. Appreciate him very much. All right, let's run down high school football before we get out of here. Football, and we got a boatload of it tonight across Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Food City glasses, love them. All right, here we go in no particular order. Westridge at Science Hill, Morristown East at Dobbins Minute. Jeff County tonight will be at William Blunt, the Battle of the Governors. Crockett and Morristown West will play at Morristown tonight. Sullivan East at Granger, South Green at Happy Valley, Cosby plays at Jellicoe. Tennessee High travels to Pulaski County, Virginia. Cog County will be at Heritage. Unicoi County hosting Madison County. We had Coach Rice on earlier in the week. Hampton with Coach Lunsford just a few minutes ago playing at Avery County tonight. Cloudland, we had Coach Benfield on earlier in the week, taking on Rockwood tonight up in Cloudland. Cloudland High, rather. Unaka and Stony Creek hosting Harlan, Kentucky in a 7:30 kickoff. Then tomorrow at noon, Cherokee at Daniel Boone. Again, next week's game, Cyclones and Daniel Boone will be played next week at East Tennessee State University next Friday night. That is confirmed. That will happen. So there you go. And you heard it here. So we do have football next Friday night. Neutral site, Boone and Elizabethton being played at William B. Green Jr. Stadium, where we had the Railroad Rumble last year at Science Hill. So it'll be a big crowd there next Friday night in a great venue. And we'll be there with you as well. All right, Virginia football. For tonight, Gate City, the Blue Devils travel to Radford. Union at Ridgelands. Marion at Wise Central. John Battle, Virginia High. Grundy hosting Ridgeview tonight. You have Twin Springs. The Fighting Titans will be at Holston. Rye Cove hosting Northwood. J.I. Burton and Chilhowie to battle the Warriors. Thomas Walker at Hurley. And Castlewood playing host to Honegger tonight in Southwest Virginia. High school football. All right. You know our story, 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to bring it to you. Audio only. The Cyclones and the top-ranked team in the state, the Greenville Green Devils from Burley Stadium in Greenville. Cassie Fowler and Richard Van Huss, our superintendents, our color commentator, and yours truly are bringing the play-by-play tonight. Be sure and check us out. It'll be audio only. Again, that will be tonight beginning at 7 o'clock with a kickoff at 7:30, a pregame show at 7. We'll be ready to bring it to you. And here's what you're going to see. Let me show you one more time before we get out of here. Here's what you're going to see tonight. You'll see this right there. So, and that will be what's going to be on the screen for the duration because we can't do video tonight. Can't stream it as per Greenville High School All right, so let me pop this up real quick and give you the verse today. I can't remember if I did or not. I think I did, but if not, we'll do it again. Philippians 4:6 says, do not fret. What a verse. Listen to this. Do not fret or have any anxiety about anything, but in every circumstance and everything by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, continue to make your wants known to God. Is that not awesome? Philippians 4:6, do not fret or have any anxiety about anything, but in every circumstance and in everything by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, continue to make your wants known to God. Whew. It's good stuff there, folks. That is very, very, very good. Good way to end it. We'll come back in about 6 hours, less than 6 hours, bringing it to you from Greenville. The Cyclones and the top-ranked team in the state, the Greenville Green Devils, be a packed house. Both bands will be there tonight. The Elizabeth and Betsy Band will be there. The Greenville Marching Band will be there. It's going to be a great atmosphere. We'll bring it to you. Again, audio only, starting at 7 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. And so we'll see you then. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Our guests today, we had a bunch of them. Thanks, as always, to Jeremy Livesey from Lone Depot. The singing chef, Andy LaRusso, out of Naples, Florida, joined us today. Doug Fritz, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Of course, Terry Templeton, the store manager here at Food City. Also, Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. And to wrap it up was Mike Lunsford, the head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, and a cameo by Craig Phelps, one of the drivers at Kingsport Speedway. So always a pleasure, always a lot of fun. Wrapping up show number 1694. We'll rejoin you again at 7 o'clock tonight from Burley Stadium in Greenville. Going to be a good old backyard tussle, the 80th meeting between Greenville and the Orange and Black of Elizabeth tonight. Can't wait. You're going to see a different football team tonight than you saw against Science Hill. I promise you, you will see a different team. It's going to be a lot of fun to call. We'll see you then. Thanks to Terry Templeton and the folks, again, rolling out the red carpet. And, Caroline Foster, young lady that's right here. She's our HR lady and did a wonderful job doing her first ever interview live on internet. So, anyway, we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock. Cassie Fowler, Richard Van Huss, yours truly bringing it to you. Until we rejoin you from Greenville High School, we'll tell you, as always, bloom where you plant it and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1694 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Friday, heading into Labor Day weekend. And so have a great weekend, and be sure and shop at Food